If you've been following along with my channel, you know I've been in the process of changing the way I do my videos. And in order to do that, I ordered a bunch of stuff for my studio on Amazon. I actually made a video about that. If you want to watch that, I'll put a link in the description below this video. And everything actually came, and I'm in the process of getting all set up. I think my studio is about 80% right now. I'll give you a quick pan around. But there's one product I feel like deserves its own video because it's something that's new to me, and I thought it'd be fun to share. It's this right here. It's the LimoStudio 700W Photography Softbox Lighting Kit. And this was $69 when I bought it. Still $69. And it's here on my floor right now, and I'm excited to open this. I've never had any kind of studio lighting before, so this will be my first time getting into this, and I think it's going to be fun to do, so let's crack it open. I'm going to cut into this here. They really did a good job taping this box up. You'll have to excuse my knife, just a regular kitchen knife, steak knife I guess, but it gets the job done. And I guess there's the bag. LimoStudio has a label on there. I don't plan to be bagging this up too often. Everything's just going to kind of stay set up. And I think the lights are actually in bags there as well. This one was just empty. And there's another bag as well. It's kind of funny because this video would actually be better if I had the lighting set up right now. Here's the instructions. And then there's several boxes in here. This must be the bulbs, I'm assuming. Like I said, I've never been into this before. And then there's another one there. And another box, and another box. So open these all up and I'll show you what's inside. Alright, this all seems pretty straightforward. These long boxes had the poles inside. This is what holds the light up. And then these smaller boxes have the bulbs, and these are some massive bulbs. Take a look at that. And then over here, you had these two bags that I pulled out of the box. These actually have the soft boxes, and then these are the covers that go over them. And then of course you have the bag that everything goes inside when you're all done. So in terms of directions, if you want to look at this, there's actually 4 steps. It shows you all the components and then how to set it up, and it looks like it's going to be fairly easy. And I guess I'll do that next and let you know what I think of it. Well, I figure I might as well take you right through the process of putting this together since it seems to be fairly easy. So the first step is just to take that out of the packaging, and then this folds out apparently, just like that. Well, that's cool. You can kind of set that however you want, I guess, and then lock that in. I guess everything's out of frame now, so I'll have to move the camera. And this pretty much works like any other tripod. These clips you undo like this, and then you can bring it up higher. And then once that's maxed, you can go even higher. So this thing goes basically all the way to my ceiling. There's the light up there. I don't think I'm going to need it quite that high, so we'll bring it back down. Now the next step is to attach the light box itself, which this has a hole right there, and then that screw kind of goes through that. And I don't think I can do this one-handed, but I'll at least show you the principle. That's going to go in right through there, and I'll tighten that down, and then the soft box is attached. I guess the only thing I don't like so far that I noticed, and this is to be expected for the price, is that this is all plastic. This thing that kind of turns this up and down to give the angle, but I guess that's alright since I only paid $70 for 2 of these. Now to set this up, if I can zoom out a little bit, you'll see. Basically just push this center section in, and apparently until it clicks, which it did, and then you put the light bulb in. And next I'm getting into the bulb. There you have it. Screw that in here. That is the biggest bulb I've ever seen. Alright. Got that done? Now the last step says, carefully attach the white cover by Velcro. And I guess that should be fairly easy to do. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do it one-handed. So I'll be right back with you, and I'll show you how this goes on. Wow, this really couldn't have been any easier. Basically, I just put that over the top of this here, kind of flatten it out. And there's Velcro on this side, and Velcro right there, so you're just going to stick those two together. And that's it. Now the important part, I want to make sure this thing works. I think you just plug it in, and it's on. Wow. Really gives off a very daylight look. If you compare that with the other lights, I don't even know if you'll be able to see it here on video. These have a much more yellow look than what that does, and it's really going to darken everything up because I have this set on auto, so it's adjusting for the light. So you won't really get the full effect, but it definitely works, and it's just going to be something I guess I'll have to get used to and maybe adjust my camera settings for. There we go, gave the camera some time to adjust. I still have my camera set on auto, so it turned out really well. I think you can get an idea of just how yellow these lights are behind me. That's what I was using for my videos, so it makes a huge difference. I'll hold something up just so you can get an idea of what things will look like on this. This is the instructions that came with this, just simple white. And it comes up really nicely on the camera from what I can see here, and I'm very happy with this. So now all I have to do is set the other light up, and then we'll really see the full effect of it. Well, I have to say, I think the 2 lights is a little bit overkill. As you can see, I think it's a little more lighting than what I need for this tiny room. but I think the one setup was perfect. Maybe I'll use the other one for some background lighting. I don't know, I'm new at this, so we'll just kind of experiment with things, but it's gonna be a lot better than it was before, because I was taking these lamps and like that lamp and this lamp and this lamp and kind of moving things around to accommodate where I was in the room and how I was doing my videos. Like if I'm doing a product over there, if I'm shooting a video over here, if I'm in front of this, it was just a pain to have to do that, and I think this is gonna make life a lot easier. But I think I'm just gonna use the one for now and maybe use the other one just as an experimental thing, and I think it should work out pretty well. So thanks for watching this video. If you came across this just looking for the studio lighting, I hope it helped you out, and if you're planning to make a purchase, I'd recommend the lights. You probably only need one though, probably don't need two, and if you can find that package, it's probably worth it if it was just 30 bucks, but for 70 bucks to have these two lights, I think it's well worth it. And if you've been following along with my journey on this channel, I thank you for watching this video, and there'll be plenty more to come. One last experiment that I wanted to do with you before I go. I have the light set up right here above the camera, and I think with the one light setup it looks really good. And what I typically do here is I'll be talking about a various Lego product or whatever, and I hold it up like this, and as you can see, if I hold this head on, how good does that look? Typically when I have a light behind here, if I set something up, you see all the reflections off here, so I have to be very careful how I hold it. Sort of like this. If you move that up, you see how that reflection is, but if you hold it straight on, no reflection at all, and I think that looks really awesome, and I'm very happy with the way this lighting's turning out. This is great.